He explains how this is the most dangerous is 6 hours sleep a night. If you have 4 hours sleep, you don't feel very good. But if you have 6 hours, you actually feel okay. Dr. Matthew Walker showed that 10 nights of 6 hours sleep a night, 50% less cognitive performance and 50% less physical performance. And he said the danger is you don't even realise that you're lacking. He also showed that there are more accidents due to sleep deprivation than alcohol.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill's insight on sleep quality offer a refreshing perspective on a topic that affects nearly everyone. In her recent presentation, she unveils 4 surprising secrets that promise to double your sleep quality overnight. These revelations challenge conventional wisdom about sleep and provide actionable tips that can be easily integrated into daily routines. One of the most striking points Dr. O'Neill makes is the importance of timing in sleep cycles. She emphasized that the window between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. is critical for optimal rest. This time frame aligns with our body's natural circadian rhythms, which are influenced by light and darkness. According to her, sleeping during these hours not only enhances the restorative processes of sleep, but also ensures that you experience the crucial stages of REM and NREM sleep more effectively. The notion that one can simply catch up on sleep during the weekends is debunked. Instead, she advocates for a consistent sleep schedule to reinforce the body's internal clock. This is a game changer for those who often find themselves waking up tired even after a full night's sleep.
Huge problem today is insomnia. Huge problem. By looking at this, you can see why. Dr. Matthew Walker, they did a lot of experiments, especially on students. They had 20 students. 10 of the students had 6 hours sleep a night. The other students, the other 10, had 8 hours sleep a night. And they all learnt the same things. 3 months later, they tested them, and the ones that had 8 hours sleep a night, I think it was 40% more knowledge they retained compared to the ones having 6 hours sleep a night. A 6 hours sleep a night, you almost feel okay on 6 hours sleep a night. He explains how this is the most dangerous is 6 hours sleep a night. If you have 4 hours sleep, you don't feel very good. But if you have 6 hours, you actually feel okay. Dr. Matthew Walker showed that 10 nights of 6 hours sleep a night, 50% less cognitive performance and 50% less physical performance. And he said the danger is you don't even realise that you're lacking. He also showed that there are more accidents due to sleep deprivation than alcohol. And yet look at the campaign to get people to stop drinking and driving. We should have an equal campaign. And of course, no way I'm condoning drink driving. But he says that in drink driving, at least they try and brake. But he said when they fall asleep, they're gone. There's not even a trying to brake.
Dr. O'Neill also discusses the hidden dangers of staying up late. She points out that going to bed after midnight can significantly disrupt hormonal balance, particularly the release of melatonin, which plays a vital role in regulating sleep. This disruption can lead to a cascade of negative effects on mood, cognitive function, and overall health. The idea that late night activities, whether binge watching shows or scrolling through social media, are harmless is misleading. Instead, she encourages her audience to prioritize sleep over these distractions, highlighting that a well-rested mind is far more productive and resilient. Another surprising secret she shares is the power of gratitude in enhancing sleep quality. This concept may seem abstract at first, but Dr. O'Neill argues that cultivating a mindset of thankfulness can significantly reduce anxiety and promote a sense of peace before bedtime. She cites examples from her practice where individuals struggling with insomnia found relief by focusing on what they were grateful for, rather than fixating on their inability to sleep. This shift in perspective not only alleviates stress, but also creates a more conducive mental environment for sleep. By adopting a gratitude practice, whether through journaling or simply reflecting on positive aspects of life, individuals can foster a more tranquil state of mind that is essential for restful sleep.
When you exercise through the day, you sleep better at night. Ecclesiastes, the proverb in Ecclesiastes says, "The sleep of a labouring man is sweet." In other words, when we are physically moving through the day, we're a lot more likely to sleep at night because our body's exhausted. What also enhances is hydration. We need to be well well hydrated when we sleep. You can't hydrate your body just before you go to sleep. You've got to start in the beginning of the day. When you start in the beginning of the day, by the time you go to sleep at night, you've got a well-hydrated body. I don't drink a lot of water before I go to sleep because I don't want my sleep to be interrupted with having to get up to the bathroom. But I would drink probably 3 to 4 glasses before breakfast. It's easy for me. I wake at 5 and eat at 7. And then I would have possibly another 3 glasses between breakfast and lunch. I try and leave a good 5 hours between my meals. And so in the afternoon, I have 2, maybe 3 glasses of water. And that allows me to sleep all night. I know some people that can drink 2 glasses of water before they go to bed and they can sleep all night. So you just have to get to know what works for you. That's why we're the doctor. If it works, do it. If it doesn't work, adjust until it does work. What deprives, of course, is lack of oxygen, which is lack of exercise, and dehydration. But what deprives also is late nights. Well, that's fairly obvious. If a person goes to bed at midnight, their short-term memory unit can be half full, so that the memory can't all fit in. So this is a contributing factor to losing memory. What also enhances is sleeping with an empty stomach. And the way to eat with an empty stomach is to have breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and if you have anything, or you call it supper at night, maybe it's just a cup of tea, cup of herb tea, maybe it's a bowl of soup. I know my sons, they work out after work, so they'll have a protein smoothie at night. So what really deprives is a large meal late. Large, late meal. When we sleep, our stomach wants to sleep too. And if our stomach has just had a big meal, it cannot sleep, because if it sleeps, then the food in the stomach starts to rot, and that can poison the whole system. So that also deprives. What also deprives is technology in the bedroom. Technology in the bedroom interferes with the sleep. 80% of Americans sleep with their phone under their pillow, and the pillow is no protection against these electromagnetic fields. Is this the contributing factor to the headaches we're seeing, the mental illnesses that we're seeing? What also enhances sleep is fresh air. We should be sleeping with lots of fresh air in our bedrooms. And if you complain because it's cold, well, have a hot water bottle on your feet and have a nice big feather doona. Yes, we should be warm, we're warm-blooded creatures, but we need that fresh air. We need to breathe that fresh air. So another one that deprives is bad air in the bedroom. And bad air in the bedroom can be from a mouldy pillow, it can be from the bedding hasn't been washed for a while, it can be a few things. No fresh air coming in. Maybe even mould under the bed. You've got to investigate. If people can't sleep, you've got to investigate all of these, because there is always a reason why people can't sleep.
Moreover, Dr. O'Neill emphasizes the importance of creating a sleep-friendly environment. She advocates for a bedroom that is dark, quiet, and cool, conditions that are scientifically proven to help enhance sleep quality. This includes investing in blackout curtains to black out light, using white noise machines to drown out disruptive sounds, and maintaining an optimal temperature. The bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep, devoid of distractions like electronic devices that emit blue light, which can interfere with melatonin production. The recommendation to disconnect from screens at least an hour before bedtime is not just practical, it is essential for those seeking to improve their sleep hygiene.
Notice that if we have a dream, we don't remember it if we wake up at midnight. But if we wake up at 3 or 4, we usually remember it because that's when the dreaming time happens. As you'll see when we look at the mind, the tragedy is most people go through life never fully accessing the full potential of their mind. There's a great deceiver out there. We talked about the deceiver earlier. And what he wants to do is inhibit the part of our brain where God communicates with man. He wants to prevent human beings going to that early morning appointment. And so with great deceptive power, he lures them into the technology at night. He lures them into eating late at night. Remember, it's a deception. So many people don't realize, especially those with insomnia, that they're contributing to the problem.
In addition to these strategies, Dr. O'Neill touches on dietary considerations that can impact sleep. She advises against heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, as these can disrupt the sleep cycle and lead to restless nights. Instead, she recommends lighter snacks if hunger strikes, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's body. This holistic approach to sleep, addressing environmental, psychological, and physiological factors, underscored the complexity of sleep and its profound impact on health.
But in the Bible, I was about 25 when I read the Bible, and I got to Exodus, where the 10 Commandments are. And I got to the 4th commandment, and it said, 6 days God made heaven and earth, and the 7th day he rested. So man should do all his work on 6 days and rest the 7th. I was surprised at this because I'm a 5th generation Scottish descent, so I grew up in a Presbyterian church, and we went to church every Sunday. But I remember listening to adults talk one day, and they were saying, yes, Saturday's the true Sabbath, but we go to church on Sunday. And this intrigued me. I was a very quiet child, and you know what quiet children do? They listen. They listen to adults, they listen to lots around them. That's why I say it is good to have quiet children. They take in more. So I was excited in my early 20s to meet some young people who were Seventh-day Adventists that kept the Sabbath. And then I remembered what I'd heard as a child. And I began to investigate and how I love the Sabbath. It made reforms, or it caused reforms in so many areas of my life. I was a better housekeeper because every Friday I'd make sure the bathrooms were cleaned. I'd make sure all the washing was done, the ironing was done, because a lady's not going to rest if there's a whole lot of work to do. Now, I remember when I first started taking my little children to Sabbath school, that I remember the song. It said, we get ready for the Sabbath on Monday. Monday's a busy day. We get ready for the Sabbath on Tuesday. And I remember thinking, oh, that's how you do it. And so that's what I started to do. I would do all the washing of the children's good clothes on Sunday. I would iron them and have them in the cupboard. You don't want Friday to be crazy. So little by little by little, I prepared for the Sabbath. My husband and I love work. You can't hold us down. I think if it wasn't for the Sabbath, we'd wear out very quickly. But on the Sabbath, my husband does not turn his computer on. He does not go to the office. So remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days God made the heaven and earth, and 7th day he rested. He gave us an example.
The culmination of Dr. O'Neill's insights is a powerful reminder of the significance of sleep in our lives. She presents sleep not merely as a time of rest, but as an active phase of restoration and rejuvenation. The secrets she unveils are not just tips, they are fundamental shifts in understanding how to optimize sleep for better health and well-being. As I reflect on Dr. O'Neill's presentation, it becomes clear that the journey to better sleep is not solely about the quantity of hours spent in bed, but rather the quality of those hours. By implementing her strategy, individuals can transform their sleep experience, waking up refreshed and ready to tackle the day ahead. The idea that one can double their sleep quality overnight may sound ambitious, but with the right mindset and practice, it is entirely achievable. In conclusion, Dr. Barbara O'Neill's 4 surprising secrets to doubling sleep quality are a wake-up call for anyone struggling with sleep issues. By understanding the importance of sleep timing, embracing gratitude, creating a conducive sleep environment, and making mindful dietary choices, we can all take significant steps towards improving our sleep. Sleep is a biological necessity, and prioritizing it can lead to profound improvements in our health, mood, and overall quality of life. This knowledge not only empowers us to take control of our sleep, but also encourages a broader conversation about the importance of rest in our fast-paced world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more exciting content.